Yo, what's going on, everybody? Los here, coming back at you with another video. And I'm back with another unboxing video. I got these goodies right here. So, you want to know what I got? You know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me. Alright, so we're back, and like I said, I got a nice little stack of books here to show you guys. I'm gonna go through this box first. Some of these have been sitting around for a while, so I'm not exactly sure what's in here. I know I've been on a little binge lately of picking up certain types of books, or at least a certain character. So I'm gonna open these up. This first one that I'm gonna open up, I honestly didn't really know what it was. So let's open up the comic can. And because I kind of looked at the label and I was like, what the hell, where is this from? Like, I don't remember ordering anything. But it came in and I wasn't too sure, so I kind of cracked it open already. But I'm going to show you. So it was a Kickstarter and I completely forgot. All right, so we're back in that. So this was a Kickstarter, and this Kickstarter was actually an Alex Ross Kickstarter. So he was doing, they did a movie of the Legend of Kingdom Come. So it was like a documentary on the the process of doing the story of Kingdom Come, which is one of the bigger DC storylines. So I thought it was pretty cool. I jumped on it. There was a couple of you know exclusive comics that you can get, but there was also some other like goodies depending on what level you jumped up on. And so there was also a Blu-ray that you get with it, right? Because obviously it was a documentary. It came with this lanyard, right? So that was the Legend of Kingdom Come, which is the name of the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray in question is this guy right here, and it's a Legend of Kingdom Come documentary. It's Blu-ray, but it's the actual like emerald green edition. The slip cover was like the green one. Only like the first like 150 or whatever it was people that signed up for this one got that slip cover. So I was like, that was pretty cool. Like, why not? And then the books in question that you got were these Kickstarter exclusives, and this is one right here, the awesome Alex Ross cover there. And I signed up for both covers. They had two covers, and this was the other one. So thought those were awesome. I was like, anytime you get an Alex Ross Kickstarter, I'm definitely gonna do that, just because these are a little obviously gonna be tougher to find. So thought that was pretty cool. It also came with like these little almost like trading cards, and you got, sorry if that's awful, but you got Superman right there. You might actually, let's go back to this one. You might be able to see it better here. So there's that one, the Superman. You got another Superman right there. You got the War Room. Awful at that. You got Kingdom Come War. You got just the Legend of Kingdom Come. This is number 4 of 5. And then 5 of 5. Right there. So, sorry about that. It's pretty bad, but sorry about that. But yeah, that was all the cards right there. So thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, it was just a Kickstarter that I when it was like, it's Alex Ross, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing that. But yeah, it was surprised when it actually came in, because I really didn't remember what the hell it was. So I thought it was pretty funny. All right, on to the next books. All right, so this one right here, kind of sucks that it's this early in the unboxing, because this is a book that, woo, I wanted this one for a while. It came up on sale, and I immediately jumped on it. This book is hard to come by in high grade, and when it's usually in high grade, it's very expensive. And I got it on a great deal, and it's actually really high grade. And it's this guy right here. Oh yeah, look at that. So it's Black Widow #2. This is the Stephanie Hans variant. I love this cover with the smoking gun and Black Widow. It's just an amazing cover. Always wanted this variant cover, and it was just tough to get. Like I said, I'm always watching on eBay, and when things pop up, and it's always, always expensive. Even when it has a bunch of spine ticks everywhere and stuff like that, I still want $150 or whatever. And this one popped up, free shipping, and I was like, yeah, it was just amazing price. And I didn't even try to like offer a haggle or anything. I just bought it because the price was way lower than FMV, and it's in excellent condition. Not one spine tick on this guy. So I was like, hell yeah. So definitely happy to scoop that one up. Like I said, I was a little sad that came up so early in the unboxing. And then on to the next one. Oh, all right. Speaking of other books that I've always wanted, and another book that I won in an auction, I think is in pretty good condition. It has like a little crunch on the top corner that I think I can fix, but other than that, nice high grade, and definitely happy to have this in the PC. And it's this guy right here, Detective Comics 880, just a gorgeous jock cover. Definitely happy to have this in the PC. Always keep an eye out for this one. And it kind of one of those books that like it was hot for a while, like it blew up. It's always still a very sought after book, but the prices kind of came down a little bit on it, and I was waiting. I found one, got it in an auction, and sometimes you can get caught up in the auction thing, and sometimes I wait for a buy it now, but the auction was very, very low. It's one of those timing issues where like it was just like in the middle of the day kind of deal where like maybe people are at work and they forget that it's being listed or whatever, and happy to snag this one up. So yeah, that's just an awesome cover, and it's very cool. I didn't know that the seller was actually going to send it in a top loader, so thank you for that. All right, on to the next one. All right, so this next one I got from a seller on eBay, and they actually had three issues that I needed, and I was able to pick up one recently at one of the 3 Men in Basement comic crawls, and I love this character, and I always wanted these covers, these 1 in 10 ratio variants from DC, which are tough to get in this time frame, like in the 2010 era. And it is Zatanna. So she had her own series, and issues 1 through 5, there was 1 in 10 variant covers from Brian Bolin, and they're pretty tough to get. And this seller had 3 of them, and I shot him an offer. I was like, hey, what could you do if I get all 3 of them from you? So he gave me a great deal, shipped them over, and I was like, hell yeah. So we have Zatanna #1, awesome Brian Bolin cover with Zatanna pulling out the little gremlin from her hat. So just an awesome cover. Then we have Zatanna #2. Again, another just awesome Brian Bolin cover with just a crazy, I don't know if they're vampires or they're just some kind of ghouls, but you have Batman, Catwoman, just awesome Brian Bolin cover. And then we have issue #3. So again, another Brian Bolin cover, just great. 1 in 10s. Again, if you don't know they're 1 in 10s, it won't actually say it on the cover, so you just have to know that they are. But I got 3 from him. I was able to pick up issue #4, so now I'm only missing issue #5, and issue #5 is probably the hardest one to get. It's the one that's most sought after, and it's just tough to find. And when it comes for sale, it's usually very expensive, and you just don't see it that often because people are holding on to them. But I'm happy to have these 3 and have at least the first 4 in the collection. All right, and now on to the last book. All right, so the last one was a slab, and from the last 3 books that you just saw, I lied. It's actually the first 6 books of Zatanna that are 1 in 10 ratio variants. Blah. So completely forgot about that because we have Zatanna number 6. And this is the Brian Boland cover. This is the last one, so it's 1 through 6. Issue number 5 is actually the hardest one to get. And this one, sorry for that, but it is a 9.6. So found this one. Again, I think I got this one on eBay. It was definitely a great deal for a 9.6. I don't particularly care if it's a 9.8 or whatever. I just wanted it. This 9.6 was actually going for less than some of the raw copies, so I'm like, yeah. I just want it in the collection. I want to have all 6 of them. I'm actually on my way to work on getting her entire run. I think she had 16 issues in this first run. I believe I just won an auction for some of the other ones, so stay tuned for that. And but yeah, and I have some of the other later Adam Hughes issues. I know she had issue 16 with the them legs. Issue 15 has the all black cover. So there's definitely some tricky ones to get in there. But I'm trying to get that. It's not a shouldn't be too hard of a thing to get. But trying to get them all. And like I said, I don't really collect too many runs, especially if they're very, very long. But 16 issues and stuff like that, I can knock those out. But definitely happy to snag this one and have it in the PC. And that was it. That was my unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the books. What was your favorite down below? And until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace.